So this is what we're after today. It's the common wood pigeon. It's November time and finally all the leaves have fallen off the trees, which makes roost shooting life a lot easier.
We're running a wee bit late, but you can actually see, if this camera picks it up, the wee dots to the left there, the darker spots, they're actually pigeons. But we'll make our way in.
The cameraman would need to get a move on. He'll be getting no wages.
It's wet there, son, just be careful. Good man. They're flying by. What are you?
Okay, what I'm going to talk about now is the setup I use. I've been using this setup now for about 1 year. It's the FX Impact in 0.22, running at 870 feet per second, using JSB's 18 grain. The scope on top is the Discovery scope. It's first focal plane. It's 4.5 by 18 by 44mm lens. What else? 500mm board. This is telescopic board. This is shroud. That's about it. Also, I'm using the side shot. That gets your scope cam footage. It's a good device. It works with a prism onto your scope, so I look through there. What I see is what you're seeing, and I'm just using my phone, my iPhone, to slip in there and get a bit of footage.
So this is the hide that I'm using. Nothing fancy by all means. It's just a camouflage netting hanging over a broken branch put in between the two trees. So on to the shooting. We don't get off to the greatest of starts. I'll be totally honest with you. What I think actually happened was I put the wrong lid of the brand of Pellets onto the tin of pellets that I brought out, or something like that.
We got in, we're too late to get in. I thought there was a group in already in the opening, big massive group, but seen us come in and scarpered. So we're here about an hour now, but there's probably about 3 big massive groups came in, about 40 to 50 pigeons, which is not ideal because we only got one shot at them 50 birds. So it'd be better if 25 groups of 2 came in, so I get 25 opportunities to kill. But we had a bit of problem at the start. We've got it rectified now. Should have easily 3 pigeons at the start, 3 certs more or less, and we've missed them. But we've done a quick re-zero and we discovered that the scope was off. But listen, these things happen. I'm going to give it here now 30-40 minutes, see what the score is, and then hopefully a bit more will come in.
All these birds are shot between 35 to 55 yards at a steep angle. So we'll catch that one and we're back to business.
He's down.
Right, I'm gonna let this clip run. Obviously it's totally unedited, so I've just hit record on my phone that I was explaining earlier on the side shot, and bear in mind I'm leaning over a fallen tree stump, and I've got my rangefinder out and seeing what range he is. I'm looking over my scope to see also what the wind's doing. So I'm reading the wind here, and I'm using holdover, and I can see the branches moving in front of him. So I'll give him a small bit of wind, and when I fire, he actually pops his head up. I actually seen the pellet going over his head. I was actually giving him too much, but he gives me a perfect shot here by him when he raised his head up to go for his head.
Oh, what a shot! Straight down, 92 yards. He's down.
This next bird, before everyone starts to get dizzy and wondering why all the shaking is going on, I'm actually using wee Tom, the cameraman's head, to lean on. I'm out in the middle of the open, and I know if I move at all left or right, this bird's going to see me and just go. So listen, I use his head, and it's a bit shaky, but I was actually going to give up at one stage, but it works out okay.
Got him.
So this is not only my cameraman, he's also a shooting rest and a gun dog.
Yep. I got a fair puff. Left them out there to get a look on. Where's he hit? Bring it over. Let's see where. He's on the berries.
That's all, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe and like, and feel free to drop a comment. I've named this video part 1 because I'm going to be shooting in this wood for a couple of months, so there will be more videos to follow.